Whoa, what's that? Today's video is called Jesus People Be Doing Too Much, Like, straight up, look, this the disclaimer. You shouldn't even watch this video if you religious, you dig? You might get offensive and in your feelings and shit, and I ain't got time for it. Well, really, matter of fact, you should watch the video, because I ain't got time for the weak, you dig? Watch this video, get angry in your feelings, and unsubscribe. Y'all know the motto these days. We lose 5 a video, you dig? But anyway, this what happened to me, you dig? I ran into somebody I used to work with. And she was like, "Oh, what's good?" I'm like, "What's good with you?" And she was like, "How your wife and everything?" I'm like, "She good, we chilling, living, doing what we gotta do." She was like, "Same here, blah, blah, blah." She was like, "What you be doing on Sundays and shit like that?" I'm like, "Shit, chilling was good, nigga just be cooling back." She said, "Well, shit, you and your wife should come down to the church." So I'm like, "Oh, shit." And I'm like, "Well," so I tell her, well, she a studying witness, studying Jehovah's Witnesses and stuff like that. So she shocked this shit, like, what? Oh, yeah, because, they consider Jehovah's Witnesses like the off branch of, or the off brand of religion. Even though all of them believe in the same thing, I guess Jehovah's Witness religion is like the weirdo in the room. Oh, they be knocking on Joes. They get all the jokes made against them, like on Friday when they had the woman say half dead motherfucker and all of that shit after Craig slammed the door in the elderly woman face and shit like that. So that was the vibe I was getting from her, like, oh, damn, she is? So then this part happened, the real shocker. I said, "I'm atheist." She like, "What?" Way fucking shocked, super shocked. If I could have a picture of her face, y'all would be tripped out. She like, "Why? Why?" Like fucking Nancy Kerrigan or some shit. I'm like, I just fucking do research and I don't believe all that there because I know how religious people is. You can't just go to telling them shit because they be emotional, some of them, or they'll just get over mad or over sad. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't just won't go to telling her stuff and shit like that. I'm like, I just be researching, you dig, and I don't get down with it. God damn it, She said, right off the back, the devil be writing stuff just to get people to believe different shit. I'm like, the devil? Dog, it's events that occurred at the same time the Bible events supposedly occurred, and they way different. Like that don't got shit to do with the devil about the Council of Nicaea and shit like that. You did? The people who gathered the book together. You know how many lost books they have? Come on, bro. But I ain't even gonna get into the deep, because this ain't even about the deep part of religion. It's just about how Jesus people are like inconsiderate, even when you being considerate to them. Because I'm like, I'm being nice about the situation because I know how they be, you dig? So she like, the devil be writing that shit to make people not believe. I'm like, well, it's events that happen at the same time as the Bible so-called events, but the historical events have proof and they have bodies and they have monuments and everything with history. But with your book, I don't see proof. I don't see bodies and I don't see history. When you bring me that, shit, then maybe you'll convert me if you actually show me some proof and shit. And then she was like, well, people gotta read the whole book, because all of them say that. They always assume you didn't read the whole book. And I'm like, I read the whole book. You know what I'm saying? I read the shit. That's why I don't fuck with it. You think? She was like, basically, what she asked, yeah, she said you gotta read the whole book. And I'm like, motherfucker, I read the whole book. I just don't get down with that, you dig? It's just shit that ain't right about that book. So don't just try to push that on me, you dig? And she was like, well, you gotta pray and read it to get it. And I'm like, damn. So what part of the Bible when you open it say, oh, you must pray as you read this to get it? And when I did read it, I was praying. Why you think I was reading it? Because I actually believed it at the time. So I was praying and trying to walk in the path of the Lord or whatever you want to call the bullshit. So I was accepting all of that until I got out of the military and I researched the motherfucker. Like look for actual proof before I just go to believing in something. You know what? Or having faith in something. Faith is believing without knowing. I'm not walking on this planet without knowing what the fuck I'm believing in. Faith. That's why they tell y'all that repeatedly. You gotta have faith, believing without knowing. That sounds like some pimp shit to me. But anyway, she said, well, no, this is what I said. I had said people usually read it when they in a bind, you dig? Either they fucking homeless, in jail, jobless, or relationship problem. You know, that's usually when motherfuckers run to the Bible. And previously, she had already told me her story about, she said, man, I was homeless, I was jobless, and all type of shit. So I know what got into it. And then she said that changed. She said, you know, because Jesus helped me as I prayed. And to me, I'm thinking, like, I'm letting her say that. And then I said, to me, though, you went and filled out an application. You did the interview. You got to that fucking interview however you had to get an interview. You woke up that day. Jesus was not there. Because if he was with you, if he was with you that day on that interview, was he not with the president? Was he not with all the other people who believe in him, who say that he walked with him? How is he walking with all of these people and all of these people do evil, wicked shit? Then she said, Jesus control the bad people and the good people. I said, well, damn, don't he got blood on his hand? She said, no, because what's happening is supposed to happen. You know, just nothing but cliche shit. And I'm like, oh, one of them type. You know, I can't really give the person facts because they not even on a factual level on the motherfucking Bible like that. So I'm just hitting you with the little small shit. I'm like, well, you know, the Bible said it was a sin to take flight and shit. Oh, well, I got to see that part in the Bible. And that was like around the end of our conversation, you know, I was like, what? Because I was like, oh, I got to get back to this work shit, blah, blah, blah. And she had to get back to her work shit. But, bruh, that shit, it was crazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand how you can pull yourself up out of something and give all the credit to somebody. Oh, look, now I'm thinking the most shit. Because you know how conversations be. I said, if there was a chart with the levels of every race, where do you think blacks would be? She already knew where I was going from, so where I was coming from. So she like, I don't be seeing race and shit like that. I said, well, all right, since you don't see race, the people who control this planet, do they look like me and you? She said, some of them. I said, well, goddamn it, it's been like only like a couple governors that was black, probably 13 senators ever, and some congressmen and women. So you telling me the people who run the world look like us, for real? Got you stuck right there. So don't you see an imbalance? So if we all are your God's children, why are the scales imbalanced? You know, why are we all the way at the bottom? But see, when they get in that religion, they don't see color no more. Just like when people be homosexuals, they don't see color no more. They don't be black, they be homosexual. They fit in with homosexuals. Them religious people, they be like, because when all you got to do is talk about race with religious people. Sit up there and say, did Jesus walk the earth? Yeah. What color was he? Well, he was dark, but he was up. Come on, man. Come on now. Because when you say that he black, you got to admit that you his chosen people. And then you going to ask, why the fuck is his chosen people the lowest people on a fucking totem pole on this planet after all of these years? Why he ain't never come back? Is you still blame them for some old shit? Why you ain't come back yet? You feel what I'm saying? And if they say that they white, then I'm going to say that your God is racist because he made sure that his people, his chosen people, are controlling this world and that you are at the bottom. You see, you're going to have him in a loop. Because if you say he walked the earth, goddamn it, he wasn't see-through. He wasn't transparent. You got to give him something. So look, I just don't be walking around. They just be trying to push their fucking religion on you. And even if you being like I was, like soft about it and being accepting and letting them talk and trying to actually understand where they coming from and maybe I'll hear something new. They not like that. They just be like, oh, you what? You don't believe in this? You crazy. What? How could you? Jesus is everything. He's the Lord. He is the universe. No, come on, bro. I say it's just some people who rather believe that Jesus behind the cloud because somebody told him he behind the cloud. But me, I'm the kind of person that would need a telescope. I need to know. I don't have faith. I don't believe without knowing. Sorry if that hurts some of y'all feelings, you did. Unsubscribe now. I'm looking forward to at least 5 of y'all dropping off. Remember that shit. But I had to tell y'all about that experience right quick, you dig? And, oh, no, look, I done thought about some bullshit. She said, Jesus, she said, I don't lust for women and shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Because of Jesus and shit. Hey, religion do some good shit for some people, you dig? So I ain't gonna knock it. You know what I'm saying? Good for you. But don't just try to push your way of living on every fucking body, because that shit ain't cool. But now I'm gonna let y'all go, you dig? Man, once again, y'all holler at me.